let's jump into this report. It says State of Motion 26, the German industry report on motion design. So that looks interesting. Hello and welcome. We are Motion Design Munich, a community-driven initiative dedicated to hosting events for and by motion designers in and around Munich. So I believe it's just in and around Munich. We believe that our industry is stronger when we share knowledge, connect personally, and support one another's growth. I also strongly believe that. So guys, it's always nice if you have a community around your city, support each other, grow together, do stuff together. And yeah, that's also why I'm speaking about this lovely report. But I think it's also going to be super interesting if you're not located in Munich. For 2026, we decided to take our community mission a step further. We've moved beyond our usual meetups to create this, our first ever comprehensive industry report. This document isn't just a collection of numbers, it's a snapshot of our collective reality, built from the host input of 170 professionals across Germany. We hope this report provides you with the clarity and perspective needed to navigate the year ahead. Dive in and enjoy the read. That's what we're gonna do. Demographics. So, it's a lot to read actually. So I'm not gonna read to everything, but because those are 36 pages, but we take a look at every page. In our survey reached responses sample size that provides a significant and surprisingly deep look into the professional. Okay, so you can see that those kind of people that voted in the survey that are like usually having experiences of 13 years plus. Oh, interesting. I actually plan to move to Germany this year. Nice. Where are you from? Speakers are mostly from Munich, yes. The report is German-wide. Interesting. So most people actually have 13 years plus experience, which is quite a lot, I would say. I would rank myself somewhere here in the middle, like within those 18%. Can we zoom actually a little bit more in? I think that's better, right? I think it was fine like this. So I would rank myself here. Let's go into the next demographics. Tom Taylor, hi. Originally from Russia, but now I live in Armenia for about 4 years. Yeah, man, come to Germany. Come to the south of Germany. That is more important because the south is better. Trust me. With our community being based in Bavaria, we had a challenge to overcome reaching other like-minded professionals across Germany. And here you can probably see these demographics. 54% of respondents identify as freelancers, making them the absolute majority. Combined with studio owners, surfers, and hybrid workers, 9%, becomes evident that roughly 3 out of 4 professionals in this database operate with a higher degree business autonomy. Employed full-time. So okay, now I understand it. So in this report, 54% of everyone that voted out of those 170 people are actually freelancers or studio owners, as far as I understand. Oh no, studio owners are a different kind of thing here. So actually 54% are freelancers. Then we have around 20% that are employed full-time. Then we have 12% studio owners, 9% hybrid, so kind of employed and freelancing at the same time. And what is others, actually? I mean, besides being a studio owner, a freelancer, or an employee, what else is there? Yeah, anyways, but we have a very strong database from freelancers, which is probably super interesting for you guys. So projects, we dive into the first topic that is not demographics. What kind of projects do you mainly work on? So this is so 61% said brand motion. So is this some kind of logo design, logo animation? Then we have a lot of explainers, social content, obviously also ads. I would also rank myself mostly into social content and ads, I believe. Maybe also product, because with 3D design, you usually also do a lot product animation and stuff like that. I'm not sure what brand motion means. Is it like the classical logo animation? Others means students between jobs or employed part-time. Oh, gotcha. Tim, can you tell me what brand motion means? What brand motion? Maybe let's Google it. Is it logo animation? Oh yeah, it's probably something like animating the logo and stuff, right? Or animating the brand's name, I believe. Why South is better, Max Schwugier? The South is better because we are having the Oktoberfest. We're having beautiful landscapes to go for a hike. We're having the better weather. We're having the more intelligent people. I don't want to be roasty to my Hamburg bros, but the South Abitur is like heavier or is like more difficult to achieve. And yeah, we have beautiful hills, we have beautiful seas, we have beautiful weather, we have beautiful women, we have the better beer. God damn, I sound like Söder himself, right? Holy shit. I get scared by myself. Oktoberfest is a negative. Yeah, okay, well, I gotta agree. Oktoberfest is a negative. We have Munich. Does it give difference between former GDR? I'm not so sure. You are Söder. Anyways, okay, let's dive back into this one. So we're having brand motion. So that is like 61%, which is quite a lot, I would say. Then explainers. I actually have never worked on an explainer. Have you guys? I did work on some brand motion. I did some logo animation at some point. Also with 3D, but it's also not so common with 3D. It's mostly like 2D related stuff is like brand motion, I would assume. But have you guys worked on explainers? Then social content, I worked a lot, ads and product, obviously. Personal work, also quite a lot. Film, yeah, one project. There was one project where I was working for Checker Toby with Ike Sponsor. UX motion. Yeah, not really. Not really. So let's go into the next. Oh, clients. So, okay, this means very often, and this means never. So NGOs actually never, or quite. Okay, this is freelancers only. Interesting. NGOs is very, very rare. TV production houses. Yeah, also not so often. Probably because those TV and production houses have also their in-house designers or in-house animators, right? Thanks for the follow. Vakemi. Brand, company, direct. Okay, that is really, I would say, balanced. Like this kind of stuff on down below here. Brand, company, and direct. And agency studio is more likely very often. That's also what I would say. I would say I work most of the time with studios. Yeah. I sometimes have direct clients, but it's very I would say it's rather rare. And I never work with TV or production houses, and I never work with NGOs. Unfortunately, I mean, I would love to if it's a good NGO and if they can pay me, obviously. So employers, what type of company do you work for? Advertising agency? That's the most. I think that makes sense because obviously in advertising, you need quite a lot motion design. Then motion design animation studio is also quite a lot. Because I sometimes struggle to find the difference between a motion design animation studio and an advertising agency. Is it like that motion design animation studios are doing more than just advertising? Are they also doing like characters, something for movies, or I kind of struggle sometimes to find the difference. Motion design studio I sponsor, for example. Okay. Yeah, I was working with Ike Sponsor. Okay, so they're more like a motion design studio. Gotcha. Advertising agency Service Plan, for example. Okay, yeah, but Service Plan is quite huge, right? I think Service Plan has quite a lot different companies. But I get it. I think I get the difference here. And I think then I mostly work with motion design animation studios rather than advertising agencies. So those are probably the big ones here. And those are more the studios that provide the service. I also feel like very often when you work at a motion design studio like Ixponza or any other motion design studio like Man vs. Machine, Future Deluxe or something, there is like this kind of stuff. Let me just do paint. So this is you, right? God damn. You are not so handsome. I'm sorry. Then this is the I would say motion design studio you're booked for as a freelancer, for example. And then comes the agency. Let's give it another color. So this is the agency in red. And then after the agency comes actually the client. So this is the regular chain, I would say. The chain of getting fucked. So the direct client fucks the agency fucks the motion design company, and the motion design company fucks you in the end. So that is the chain of being fucked. Anyways, I work mostly for motion design animation studios. Let's go into tools. Oh, interesting. So we're having After Effects on 96%, and I gotta also admit that I'm using After Effects quite often for post-production, for like doing color grading and so on. I've worked a lot for Super RTL in the past. Rest in peace. Why? Super RTL is nice. It has SpongeBob SquarePants. Back in the days when I was watching TV. Motion design studios also work for TV houses or do an air design, for example. What are you doing? Is this some completed test? Yeah, this is some survey from motion design community in Munich. MD underscore design or MD underscore Munich. You can look them up. They are these. You should follow them. They're pretty cool. And they had a survey where they were interviewing or asking 170 professionals from the industry, from the motion design industry, and this is the final result of the survey. Motion design studios is production only. Agency also does campaigns and buy ad time placement. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Human centipede of production. Yeah, exactly. Cinema 4D mentions no Houdini. What's wrong with Munich? Good questions. Good question, my brother. So yeah, actually, I use After Effects, and probably if you use After Effects, let me know it. Write it in the chat. I mean, probably it's not your main tool. Probably Houdini is your main tool, or Cinema 4D or Blender. But if you use After Effects at some point in your process, write one in the chat. I would like to know how many people here in the chat use After Effects, maybe for post-production, maybe for color grading, or just exporting the PNG sequence or something. Matis says too. Okay, quite a lot, people. Quite a lot. I use it as tool for compositing or Reader sequence 1167. Fuck you, Felix. Okay, we're having quite a lot ones here, so actually I would say I'm not using Photoshop that often. It's interesting that people are saying actually in the motion design industry, like they're probably animating stuff, right? And they're still using Photoshop. Maybe for creating the assets that they're then gonna animate. I'm not so sure why Photoshop is so far on the top tier here. Illustrator as well. Maybe it's more for 2D workflows. Kind of creating some characters or some motion design elements that you then animate in After Effects, I guess. I use Photoshop almost every day. Why do you use Photoshop so often? Would be interesting. Studio, not War. I don't understand Illustrator, Photoshop are part of Premiere and After part. So Premiere, I use Premiere also not so often, I would say, for my regular workflow. Cinema 4D, I dodged Cinema 4D completely. I'm on Houdini only. So it's a bit of a shame that we don't have, let me just close this one here. It's a bit of a shame that we don't have Houdini here at all. But probably there was a checkbox for Houdini, but just to not very, a lot of people are using Houdini at all in motion design. Lots of stills grading, like touch-ups, but also texture, feedback, doing quick little tests in comp. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Houdini is a niche. Would you say it like that? Do you think Houdini is a niche? I don't know. I think it's nowadays in the 3D advertisement, I think Houdini is the main tool. At least I feel so. Houdini was 8%. Okay, thanks, Tim, for letting us know. That's interesting. It breaks my heart that Houdini is not here, but I get it. I get it. Also now with AI, work becomes more about compositing like the old days. So more After Effects, Fusion, and Photoshop. Okay, interesting. Studio, not War. Christian on YouTube says Photoshop is used for storyboard and animatic. Interesting. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's probably easier to just sketch stuff on Photoshop. I usually when I do an animatic, I usually block out the scene directly in Houdini, and I just animate the very blocky stuff to kind of show the animatic directly in 3D. But I get it, like probably doing storyboards or something, it makes more sense to do it in Photoshop. So the learning is Houdini is more feature and animation, or am I interpreting that wrong? So the learning is Houdini is more feature. I'm not sure what you mean, bro. Photoshop is great because of great content. Okay, yeah, let's maybe move on to the next slide, guys. Which AI tools do you use? Oh my god, guys, it's getting spicy in here. So I show you which AI tool I'm using. I am using none of this bullshit. No. AI. Well, I kind of played with some AI stuff. I gotta admit, I think I did it also in the live stream. Firefly. I'm not aware of Firefly. I tried Midjourney once. I was using Nano Banana for my YouTube stuff in order to create some thumbnails and stuff like that. I was using Veo 3.1 to do some funny clips, but I would not say that I'm using it in my daily professional workflows. I'm not using any of those, I would say. Yeah. I'm not using any of these in my regular workflows when I'm working with clients. I mostly use Houdini and Redshift, and then maybe a little bit After Effects. Sometimes Photoshop when I do some stuff with the UVs. I want to have the logo on a specific position of the UVs, or I want to have any specific kind of stuff on the UVs, then I export the UVs as a 2D texture, and then I do some Photoshop stuff there. But disclaimer, this question is already 3 months old, so more recent engines are not respected in these questions. Interesting, Tim. Thanks for letting us know. Firefly is the one Adobe shoves it down your throat. Wait, is Firefly... Is it the generative fill stuff in Photoshop? What is Adobe Firefly? Oh, goddamn. Another bullshit program by Adobe. So it's also a image generator bullshit stuff. Ah, goddamn. Yeah, screw this shit. Anyways, for AI, using ComfyUI and Houdini for textures or test 3D models is good. Yeah, I tried ComfyUI. It didn't convince me though, I gotta admit. I didn't like the outcome. I think the best outcome in terms of videos I had was with VO 3.1 from Google, I think it is. I think it's from Google, right? That was quite strong. I also saw some nice Kling stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of AI. So, which tools do you want to learn or improve in 2026? So we got some Houdini stuff here on the third place, which is good, guys. We're seeing some Houdini here. We're having Blender on first place here. So people are still digging into Blender, which is good to see. I think Blender is a powerful tool. Rive? Wait, was Rive? What was Rive again? Was it wipe coding or was it some AI stuff? Rive. Ah, it was for websites, right? Was Rive for websites or product UI? Yeah, it was some UI stuff. It was apps and so on, right? Rive was with the websites and apps and stuff like that. Wasn't it? Am I wrong, guys? I don't know what Rive is. For videos, I don't know, but you can run different models in ComfyUI and test it, which is... Never heard about it. Rive, new Flash. Ah, so Flash was back in the day when you had the Flash player and you kind of had an animation on a website or on an app or something that it was loaded with Flash, and now this is Rive, right? C-Dance 2 shocked me. Blender for the win. Okay, interesting. I think you guys should learn more Houdini in general. In general, my advice is always shut down the stream now, go onto YouTube, type in Houdini tutorial, and learn Houdini. Learn Houdini. Don't watch me. This is my advice to you now. Okay, bye. Cheers. Not exactly like Flash because it's all native code now. But Rives makes it easier to make that stuff. Okay, interesting. I was not aware of that. Arrivederci. Yeah. If you are only allowed to leave the stream if you do really Houdini afterwards. Then it's very okay for me. Then it's fine for me. If you go offline and you watch a TV series, that's a no-no. So I think this one is good. Blender and Houdini. I don't know. Rive is probably also good. Unreal Engine, interesting. I'm not a big fan of Unreal Engine, I gotta admit. I tried it a couple of times. I didn't get warm with it. Cinema 4D is kind of a dying software, I feel like. Touch Designer, ComfyUI. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Why is it blue and red, Tim? Can you say that? Why is it blue and red? I was not aware of that. Can you explain why something is blue and something is red? Oh, because this is AI. Okay, and the other stuff is not AI. Okay, got it. Red is AI. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, it's just me being stupid. AI and not AI. Okay, guys. Yeah, makes sense. So we go to the next slide. That's called business. What is your total estimated motion related income in 2025 in euros? Wow, that's an interesting question, guys. So it's a bit hard to read this for me. So we gotta check the numbers. So this is around, I would probably do this a little bit differently, personally. I would probably say something, you have something like this, right? And here it's 150k. And here it's like below 10k. And then you can say, like, for example, here 6%, 7%, I don't know, 16%, and so on. And here like 25. I mean, we gotta think now that here is 150k. But yeah, okay, interesting. So obviously I'm also not in this area, but I can tell you where I am. I am in this area. But it's the so-called brutto. And I need to pay half of my... So wait, is this asking for the... asking for the brutto or the netto? Because if it's asking for the netto, I am probably around this area. Brutto. Yeah, okay. Brutto, I'm probably here. And netto, I'm somewhere here. In Germany, we say, but die läuft, Bruder. Yeah, it's just income. It's not profit, guys. It's not profit. Freelancers only. Okay. Yeah. Okay, interesting. This area is a little bit bigger with freelancers. So I'm here. Crazy to pay half. Yeah, in Germany, if you are here, you pay around, I think, 49% of so-called Einkommenssteuer. And on top of that, you have Umsatzsteuer and so on. So, yeah. So this is really, really crazy. Yeah, but interesting, really interesting that a lot people are actually around this area. Yeah. So it's from 30k to 75k. But this is also, I believe it's also a lot of 2D design, motion design. It's not only 3D. Spitzensteuersatz soll aber auf 80k erhöht werden. Interesting. That's interesting. But yeah, it's still, you pay a lot Steuern in Germany. And actually, unpopular opinion, but I think paying taxes is good because the government will renew streets, the government will build schools, and so on. I think it's good. I think it's for the good of the community. And I like to have good streets when I'm riding my bicycle. So, nah, bro, it's progressive. With 100k, it's roughly 33%. Okay, interesting. Let's ask ChatGPT. How much taxes do you pay in Germany if you earn around 110k as a freelancer? Let's see. It says 42 on income. So here, above that, not relevant. So it says 42%, not 33. Solidaritätszuschlag, yeah, that comes. Church tax, I'm not longer part of the church, so I'm not paying this stuff. but I paid it in the first few months. Umsatzsteuer, yes, this comes on top. If you're not using the Kleinunternehmenregelung, you charge and pass 90% VAT. Yeah, okay, that's, you put it on top of it, so. Mm. 42 after you reach Spitzensteuersatz, I think, yeah. Yeah, I think we are around here. That means you don't pay. Wait, it says here, rough mention someone who takes the problem might up paying on the order. Guys, fucking taxes. I still don't understand it. I still don't understand it. Really. I'm so happy that I have a Steuerberater. We call him Steuerberater here. But anyways, the next slide. What is your average day rate in Europe? Guys, what is your average day rate in Europe? Interesting. So guys, everyone writes now his or her day rate in the chat. I want to know your day rates. I want to know your day rates. Let's go. And then we compare. And then we can see how much I take it. Okay, we have 500. We have 600. I want to see more day rates. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 6 to 800. Okay, okay, yeah. 750. 3 Kippen und einen Apfel. Can I book you? I want to book you, my friend. 2 coffee in der Luft. 300 to 750. The fuck, I'm so cheap. $400. I'm right now at 600. This is my day rate. Overall median. So I'm actually in the overall median here. Yeah. Maybe I should rise my day rate actually. Maybe I should go a little bit higher. I don't know. But I'm being booked like very often. Like I would say I'm like booked 80 to 90% of the year, which is good. 800 I see a lot. You should, you're better than me. Bro, I don't know. I'm not comparing myself. I think you're doing also very, very good work. So I need to move to Germany. If I ask 600 for a day, nobody will talk to me in Romania. Bro, you just need international clients. You can make much more with project price. Yeah, that's a good point. Then my day rate is about 130 euros. I think when it comes to day rate, we're speaking a little bit wrong. I think you don't need to compare yourself with other people. You just need to think, compared to where you live, how much do you need to make a good living? And if you live, for example, in Romania, where prices are a bit cheaper, you're probably also fine with a cheaper day rate, right? We don't need to be millionaires. I don't know if that's your goal. If it is, then probably need to do something else. But if you want to have a nice living, you need to think about yourself. How much do I need to make for a nice living? With maybe having a nice flat, not too huge, but big enough for you and your girlfriend or whatever. Doing maybe once or twice per year a vacation. Going maybe a few times in the month, going to a restaurant or something like that. And then you calculate that stuff. And then you can come up with a day rate that suits your living costs, right? And for me, 600 is fine right now. Maybe I could raise it a little bit. So let's go into the next slide. Business. How was your income charge compared to last year? Decreased a lot, decreased slightly, increased slightly. Okay, interesting. Stayed the same, increased a lot. Would you guys say that it increased slightly on your side? Did you raise your day rates? Or did you get more money or something? I think I raised my day rate a little bit by 50 euros. I think in 2024 I was around 550. Decreased, definitely. Okay, interesting. Yeah, don't come to VFX. There's no money. Yeah, I think VFX is the same as game development, bro. People are not doing it for the money. They're doing it because it's passion for them. And I think the industry is kind of exploiting the people a little bit. Just an insight from me, as I hire freelancers from time to time, and day rate is not the same as prices. People are booked for duration, type of work, etc. on better for final day rates. Okay, interesting. That's really interesting. Thanks for the insights, Studio Not War. I decreased my day rate after the actors strike. Okay, interesting. What's the logic of evaluation? I really would love to know more than the actual amounts. What do you mean? I don't know if I can follow you here, Ika. So let's go into the next slide that says the state of AI. How do you feel about AI's impact on motion design? Threatened? Concerned? Oh, that's interesting. Let's go into some drawing stuff. Where would you guys see yourself? I think I'm seeing myself more here on the beginning, on this kind of section. Not here, but somewhere here. A little bit more concerned, but also maybe a slight touch of excitement here. Where do you guys see yourself? Would be interesting though. Are you guys concerned about AI? Concerned, threatened, concerned. I'm curious. Okay, interesting. So we're having mixed opinions here. I'm excited for it as a tool, not a replacer. Repacer. Both. Threatened. Okay. Felix sees himself there. Still very confusing. Okay. Interesting. Let's go into the next slide. Business versus AI. How do you feel about AI's impact on motion design? So those are people that are between, like, if you earn that much, and that much, and so on. Okay, interesting. So let's see. Let's get it maybe like this. Oh, wait, let's get it with a question. So actually, let's analyze this. People that are being concerned and threatened are the most, like, they're having the most feelings here below 10K income, and here I feel like around 30 to 50K income. And as you can see, like, the experts, like, if you are an expert on something around here, they're not really concerned. They're more like excited and stuff. Maybe because they don't feel feared. Probably. I don't know. Also here, it's not a lot, right? That's really interesting. So yeah, it's really, really interesting. But there comes this spike here also at around 50 to 100K. It's mixed, and then it drops again here. It drops again. It's kind of interesting because it also drops here, right? It's kind of really mixed, I think. Yeah. I don't know what to think about this, but I feel like people that are earning more are actually less concerned and threatened about AI. I think this is crazy, like, being curious and excited. Are they not afraid that AI might destroy the industry? Interesting, really interesting. I was not aware of that. And here it's more neutral. They just don't give a fuck. And this is actually also what I do. I actually don't give a fuck. So, what are the comments? People are really getting into comments, and I like that, guys. We need more chats here. That's really good. People with more income have a good design sense, I think. Yeah. You think they are, because of that, not afraid of being replaced? Could be. Could be. Business versus well-being. On a scale of 0 to 5, how would you rate your current work-life balance? Ooh, interesting. And it's also median by income groups. Overall median is 3. Oh, this is interesting. This is really interesting, I would say. So work-life balance. So actually the work-life balance on the lower half sucks. Ha. And it might suck because they don't earn much and they need to do shitty jobs and work long hours and stuff like that. Could that be the reason? But it's actually around here, it's quite high again. It's on 4, around 30 to 50k. It's actually quite high. Check these out. Those are the most highest values. So they would say if 5 is the best, what I guess here, then earning this kind of much and earning this, obviously 150k, is probably the best. This is miserable, I would say. And this is more or less okayish. Is that okayish? Okayish. Am I reading it right? I probably do, right? This is the best, obviously, here. This one. And this one is the best. And this one. Ha! Maybe I need to earn more. Because I'm around here, but I'm more on the edge. I'm here, more around here. I would also, if I needed to rank it, I would also give it a 3, to be honest. What would you say? It's interesting, guys. From 0 to 5, what would you rate your current work-life balance? Guys, write it in the chat. 0 is the worst. 5 is having the perfect work-life balance. What would you rate your current situation? 3 is already on the positive side. 0 to 2 is bad. 3 to 5 is good. So very slightly positive. Okay, thanks, Tim. Thanks for giving us here some clarification. 3, we're having a lot 3. 2 to 5 to 3, 2. I'm at 3, 3, 3, 2.5 to 3, 4. Felix, 4. Okay. This boy is going wild. Why would you like to leave then Augsburg, bro? If you say 4. You're having the perfect work-life balance here. 2.5 to 3. I'm watching stream from the office. Nice. As with a lot of things in life, you can also apply the rule: the more you fudge around, the more you find out. If you never fudge around, you never find out. Meaning, test having a certain rate and you will also see if you get hired for that price or not. Yeah, that's a good point. And it's, oh my god, you are at half? You are at 0:21 in the office? Like, is it evening? It's probably evening, like in the night. Bro, go home. What the fuck are you doing in the office so late? 3.5, okay. Mandy is having a 4. Nice, nice. Good to hear that, Mandy. We're having not a lot 4s here in the chat. I would also rank myself in the 3. But very interesting. Thanks for letting me know, guys. Thanks for letting me know. It's very interesting for me. Let's go into business versus social media. On a scale of 0 to 5, how often do you post professional content on social media? Oh, crazy. Overall median is 1 only? What? Okay. Okay, crazy. Guys, what would you say? Guys, I would say I'm on a 5.0. I'm posting very often on social media. Augsburg is expensive, right? It's not as expensive as Munich. Next week, it's gonna be a 5 because my contract ends this week. Nice, nice. But guys, what would you say from a rating from 0 to 5? How often do you post professional content on social media? Professional content, bro, not half-naked bicycle stuff. This is professional content, isn't it? 1, 1.5, 1, 0.5, 1, 0, 4. Okay, interesting. My social media game is pretty bad. Okay, well, I would not say my content is always professional, but I'm quite active on social media. But I'm also like, I don't know, it's weird. I'm actually, you would not believe it, but in real life, to real persons, I'm a little bit shy. But on social media and like in front of the camera here, I'm actually quite communicative and I'm quite, how do you say, I'm extrovert. For what? Bro, Felix, if it doesn't count if I'm drunk. If I'm drunk, you're the least shy person I know. Yeah, okay. Maybe if I'm drunk. I would say selective extrovert. I'm very selective. In some communities where I feel comfortable with friends and so on, I'm extrovert. But if I don't feel so comfortable, I'm introvert. Anyways, I would go with a 5 here. Yeah, the 5 was meant for work-life balance, but social media game is 12. So you work from home. Yeah, I work from home. I work here, basically, on the same place where I stream. But I have 2 machines here. Goddamn, I wish I could make a photo, but it looks very messy on my desk right now. I could show you, but nah, it's too messy here right now. I cannot show you my desk. I need to clean it up, then I make a photo for you once, so you can see what I see. Expose yourself. 10 subs. No, we're not gonna do that. So, job situation. What do you do when your graphics card fails? I have 2 machines, bro. I have 3 graphics cards. I have two 5090s and I have one 3090. Are you insured or do you have a backup? I'm not insured. I don't know. I have 2 machines. I have one machine that I'm working with professionally and I have this streaming machine. And worst case, if my professional machine would die, I would use this machine work. And we know 3 GPUs are worth a house in Mexico. Fuck you. Anyways. Yeah, 5090s cost like 5k now. Yeah, but I paid around, we calculated it. I have the screenshot here. Was it this one? Yeah. I paid this for my graphics card. 3,200 and now it's 5,000. So I made a good price actually. If you add the RAM, 5 houses, yeah. So this is the price now, and this is how much I paid. So yeah. Anyways, let's go back into job situation. How secure do you feel in your current job freelance situation? Ooh, interesting, spicy question, guys. Interesting, spicy questions. So I would consider myself, somewhere here. Somewhere here. Where do you see yourself? Very insecure, very secure. A little bit unsecure, or just unsecure. Very secure, I'm stuff. Yeah, but bro, Mattis, are you talking bullshit? 2 weeks ago you had short work. What the fuck are you talking, bro? Insecure, definitely. Insecure. This guy is saying very secure and he just came out of short work. Max on the right. Really? You guys see yourself here? Okay, that's crazy. I feel not safe yet, but I believe in 1 year I would feel more when less good agency realize AI is tool, not a replacement. It's kind of bullshit now. Nothing secure. 30 to 40%, okay. Yeah, I also see myself here, somewhere here. Okay, anyways, let's go. Okay, how satisfied are you with your current income? Yeah, I mean, it could be more. It could always be more, but I would say I am somewhere here. I feel kind of satisfied. I'm not. I would say I'm not getting a millionaire, but I'm also not being broke. You know. I think I'm somewhere here. I'm okay-ish. What would you guys say? Minus percent or plus? So let's say minus percent, and this is plus. Today, I successfully put enough money into my safety buffer account to sustain myself for a whole year, and I'm proud of that after all the struggles with the layoffs. Wow, Mandy, that's really nice. Congratulations. I would not say that I have this kind of money, actually. Maybe I would have, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. Max is expanding the survey with the chat and skewing the results. Yeah, I want to know the results from my community, actually. Guys, I want to know more about you. I would really want to know more about you. I'm also 80 to 90% satisfied. That's good. That's good. Not satisfied. Really? You're not having enough? Okay, we are on slide number 20. Do you feel fairly compensated for your work? I mean, it's similar questions to how satisfied are you with your current income. And I would also go with, yeah, somewhere here. Somewhere here, I would say. Where do you see yourself? Do you feel fairly compensated for your work? I think not always, but most of the time. One stream, you do questions only one by one. I'm in the dark red. Oh, really? Why, bro? Oh, hell nah. Yes, definitely. I do. Why are you in the dark red, bro? So you are somewhere here? Bro, let us know. It's good, but can use a bump. Yeah, I think it always can be better, right? But I feel like it can be better, but I'm not complaining, you know? Actually, I am in red, but not directly because of AI. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. What do you think? What is the reason, Ika? If it's not directly AI? I always overread that. Mattes said he gotta go. I have to leave, people. See you tomorrow. Thanks, Max. Bye. Oh, sorry. I haven't read that. Bye, Mattes. Have a nice evening, my friend. I sometimes overread this. But yeah. I think it's really time for me to go home to fix work-life balance. Thanks for the stream, Max. Bye, everyone. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. For you, it's in the middle of the night, right? Go home and chill a little bit. My self-positioning not correctly in socials and location, maybe. Anything else that I miss? Yeah, I think your location sucks a little bit. Freelancing from a third world country make client pay you less. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. I think so. If they recognize that you are in a third world country, then it's hard. But you don't need to tell them, right? Just say you are located in Germany or in America. Say you're living in LA and work crazy hours only in the night. So, job situation. What's your biggest professional fear right now? Okay. Let's go. So, where do you see yourself, guys? What is the biggest fear for you? I think for me, it is AI replacing work this year. Sometimes not finding enough clients, but But fortunately, this is not very often. So let's make this a dashed line. Because this is happened from time to time, but usually I find enough clients, I would say. Financial insecurity, not really. I have a little bit of backup money. Not like Mandy for an entire year, but I would say I could survive decent 3 or 4 months. But this one is scaring me a lot. This one, this year. AI replacing work. Burnout? Was more in the beginning, but I think nowadays, I have very strict working hours. I don't work longer than 8 hours. I don't do this anymore. Because of this stuff, I don't want to get burned out. After 8 hours of work, I stop. Currently, 2D is fine, but every 2 months, it gets a lot better. Okay. So what is your biggest professional fear, guys? I want to know. Let me know. AI gets better, I mean. Yeah. Yeah, I think AI is like the kind of the development, the progression or it's like crazy, right? Have you guys seen this the video from Will Smith? The evolution of this kind of stuff? I think this one is really, really sick, isn't it? Like, check this out. This was the beginning, right? It looked very creepy and shit like that. 2023. But check out how fast it is developing. It's really crazy. I would add to that graph positioning myself. Yes, I did the last positioning yourself. What do you mean by positioning yourself? Yes, it's super low and houses are very cheap. For me, it's creative stagnation, burnout, and not finding clients. Yeah, burnout was a thing for me also a time. But I feel like if you just say as a freelancer, no, I don't do overtime, and you be very strict, I think you can fight burnout quite well. And then you simply just do some sports and stuff. But yeah, finding clients is something that is like really hard. My biggest fear is to lose physical health. Yeah, true. That's also something I'm concerned about because we're sitting a lot in front of the computer, right? By the way, that's not looking like Will Smith. The previous shot was not looking like Will Smith at all. But I think this is crazy. Like, compared to the beginning, look how crazy good this is, right? It feels like it's really, really, it's getting realistic. I mean, the bread is kind of disappearing here, but yep, I'm still eating the spaghetti in 2025. Anyways, let's jump back. We still have a few slides. Outlook. How optimistic are you about your personal future? Ooh, shit. That's a sensitive question. I would say I am right here at the border. I'm right here because of AI. So this is Max. This is me. Where do you see yourself? I'm kind of a little bit pessimistic, but just a little bit. Because of AI stuff. Alright, neutral? Yeah, I sit in front of the PC like a crocked shrimp. Bro, same. Check my position like this. All the time. It's not very good. It's not very good. I need to exercise a little bit for my back. Yeah, shrimp vibes here. Here I'm top blue because I'm optimistic and I believe that someday soon I get there. I think the AI is also making clients that have none to little education, arts, visual stuff, or 3D. I believe everything is possible and okay. 51% optimistic, okay. You didn't start implementing AI in a workplace? No, not yet. I'm not using AI at all. Houdini neck. Yeah. Exactly. I'm having the Houdini neck. Okay, next question. How optimistic are you about the motion design industry overall? Ooh. Ooh. Guys, I think we are somewhere with the overall industry, we are somewhere here. We are somewhere here. The problem is that there are so many people who can only produce, I don't want to be rude, but there are a lot of people who only produce mediocre work. And I think AI can replace mediocre work quite easily. I'm not saying I'm making outstanding perfect work, but I think there are a few or actually a lot artists or actually beginners nowadays and so on that they will struggle a lot. So yeah. Bit less than middle. Motion design is why thing depends. It might be Adobe, After Effects, or 3D. Motion design is very diverse, isn't it? It is, but I think AI can replace probably a lot fields, can't it? How do you expect your personal income to change in 2026 compared to 2025? What would you say, guys? How do you expect your personal income? I hope I can increase it. I personally hope I can increase it slightly. That's me here. At least I hope so. What would you guys say? Stay the same, decrease slightly, decrease a lot, increase a lot? You are too humble. You're creating outstanding, amazing work, Schwugier. Thank you, Mandy. You are too kind, I think. You are very kind. Hopefully increase slightly. Okay. I mean, once I was hired as motion designer, even though I underlined 3 times on job interview, I don't do Adobe After Animations. I don't do only Houdini and Cinema. They were pushing me hard on After edits after 1 month. Yeah, that really sucks. That really sucks. If you say you're not using After Effects at all and they push you to use it. I think it will increase. I increased my rate, but prices in my country went crazy this year. Damn, bro. That sucks. That sucks a lot. So next slide. I think we're not having that many slides, so let's keep on cranking through these ones. How do you expect your personal income to change in... How do you expect your personal income to change in... Ah, this is freelancers and employees. Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, so freelancers think it will decrease more and staff will think it's more increasing slightly. What do you plan to focus on in 2026? Finding direct clients, education, AI tools, personal projects, passive income, other? I can tell you what. I can tell you what I do. So for me, it's not passive, it's personal projects. This is me. And it's like building community. So this is, I want to build a community with you guys. I want to have a nice little community. And I also want to do education. I want to publish more tutorials. Is that somehow passive income? Maybe we can dash that because it's not my main focus. I still want to work with clients. But if this leads to passive income, or this leads to passive income, I think it would be also nice. I'm not gonna say no. Nicholas Jason. Goddamn. Okay, we need to ban someone here. Okay, if we have our first ban for 24 hours. Bye-bye, Nicholas Jason. We have our first ban. So, nice. Okay. Okay. Who else was here? Sorry. What was wrong with that guy? I'm having hopes because there are so many Marvel projects coming out this year, and I feel like they are taking 80% of the workforce, which is a good thing. Nice. More personal stuff in building and building Houdini community as well. Yeah, Dennis. I hope, I don't know if I think you're doing this kind of Houdini talks together with Daniel, right? But I still hope you will stay as part of this community, and I hope we don't lose you. And I really appreciate you being active on the Discord as well. I think you're helping a lot of people actually there. And that's also why you are a mod, right? And yeah, offline Houdini hugs. Yeah. I think that's pretty cool. Maybe I can come to one event. That would be really nice. But I hope you still stay with us in the Discord and on these live streams. I want to suck less at Houdini. Come on, Mandy. You don't suck. Branding yourself is the smartest thing. You're doing it well. Christian Faulkner, thank you. Thank you very much. Bro, what is wrong with this shit? Next ban. Next ban. What is wrong with those guys? Yeah, let's do a Stammtisch again in Cologne. I need some mods on YouTube as well. Is that possible actually to do it? Moderationsaktivität. I don't know. Just random trolls coming in. Look like spam. Yeah, bro, if you read those single letters, you get a message that you probably don't. I don't like it to have it in my streams. Anyways. What is wrong with those guys? Is someone on YouTube and I can make him mod who can help me with those trolls? Maybe, can you write something in the chat? Christian Faulkner, can I make you a mod right now and you help me? Are you still here? And you just ban those people. Are you still here, Christian Faulkner? I think you're not a troll, right? Yes. I made you a mod, and if he comes back, I believe it's the same person. Just ban him, right? Yeah, thanks. So I can focus more on the stream. God damn, what is wrong with those people? Okay, what is your primary professional goal for 2026? Master a new tool or specialty? Lead more significant projects? Is this Twitch stream? No, he was from YouTube. I think on Twitch I have a few mods already. I think this guy was more on YouTube. So you are now a mod on YouTube. Next time I'm back in Germany, I'll host one in Cologne again. Yeah. The next one is here. Can you ban him? Can you ban him, please? Ban. You should be able to ban him. Let me know if that's working. Axis, good evening. Hello. So what is your primary professional goal for 2026? And I set this already. To build a community, to do a little bit more education stuff, and so on. I want to get better at water simulations as a goal for 2026. And that's interesting. Flip fluids in general are kind of hard and they take quite a lot of time, right? That's not for me. I don't want to learn a new tool. Maybe I want to get better in Houdini. I think there's always new stuff to learn. I want to learn COPS. COPS. I want to learn COPS more this year. I want to get into Apex and animation. Oh, are you into character animation? Apex is pretty nice, but I think it's really strong for character animation, right? The slide is employee only, by the way. Ah, okay. It's employee only. Ah, okay, okay. I get it. I get it. Oh, let's see. Okay. So this was plant focus. Okay. Change my employer. Get a promotion. Improve my work-life balance. I'm thinking of trying Houdini for the first time. Yes! We have someone convinced to learn Houdini. Bro, let me know if you want to learn Houdini. I have a few tutorials on my site. So if you want to check it out, there are some good tutorials. This one, for example. I think I have this one, also how to create a tennis ball. I can recommend you that, and you're very welcome to join the Discord, and we can help you with Houdini questions as well. So nice, we convinced someone to learn Houdini. Okay, we need another ban. We need a ban, another ban. God damn, what is this? Yeah, nice. So the next outlook, high-end craft will become a luxury niche while the mass market accepts good enough AI results. High-end craft will become a luxury niche while the mass market accepts good enough AI results. I think, yeah, I would agree. Yeah, I see myself somewhere here. I think that like a lot will be replaced by AI, and a lot, like especially clients that don't have that much money, they will just simply accept a good enough, right? So yeah. Clients will increasingly try to create motion assets themselves using AI tools instead of hiring designers. Would you agree or not? Clients will increasingly try to create motion assets themselves using AI tools instead of hiring designers. I also think so, especially in briefings. We will see a lot of, I mean, nowadays, we also see a lot of stuff in briefings with Midjourney as well, right? Already. And I believe you will see that even more with motion stuff. And very niche handcrafted stuff will prosper because of AI. Small scale fluid course on Houdini School is very good. Bye bye. Yeah. So next question. The role of the motion designer will shift more towards art director editor who curates AI output. Do you think so, guys? Some agencies giving us AI mockups that we need to match and improve. Yeah, I think that's also happening a lot. I think nowadays we're also having a lot Midjourney stuff in the client briefings. But I think the role of the motion designer will shift more towards art director editor. I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure about that. Maybe it's more about implementing AI stuff into the pipeline, but maybe it's not for 2026. Maybe it happens later or something. I agree. Taste and reasoning will become more important. Yeah, I have so much learning material. I just need to find the time to go through it all. My boss sent me feedback generated by ChatGPT. Okay, that is crazy. That is really, really crazy. But a creative director probably knows more about branding than a motion designer or artist. If you need something more here, I always am. Okay. Anyways, let's go back. My supervisor gave me lots of learning material and I got material from my colleagues who specialized in Flip. Budgets for standard motion projects, for example, social media ads, explainers will drop significantly due to AI efficiency. Standard motion projects, yeah, I think it will happen. Either the budgets will drop significantly or the time for it will drop quite a lot. Would you agree or not? Perfect, I'm jealous. Great supervisor, both. Yeah, I think both. The time for in order to create stuff will drop and also budgets, I believe. So I think we're coming to an end. Human-made animation will become more valuable because it is authentic. Human-made animation will become more valuable. Would you agree or not? Do you know Color Bleed Studio? No, I don't know Color Bleed Studio. Let's check that. Color Bleed Animation Studio. Wow, that looks really good. Is this their show reel? Yeah. Wow, they're having really, really dope work. They folded because of AI. Oh, really? So they kind of... Oh, it's official. The end of an era. Color Bleed will be closing its doors before the end of 2025. What? Okay, that is crazy because I think their work is top notch, actually. Yes, budget sank 40%. Ika, bye bye. See you next time, my friend. Bye bye. Wow. Okay, that's really sad. It's clients thinking. Wow, that's really, really sad. Such a good studio. Holy shit. Yeah, I probably will not follow them because if they are no longer here. Wow, that's really sad. Tim van Helsing, do you know him? Yeah, we watched his video. He's also shifting to game design, I think, right? He said he made a video of something that he's shifting from Houdini to Unreal Engine. So yeah. Anyways, where was our little stuff? Do you think motion design, both AI and or human created, will become more or less valued in the next few years? Become more or less valued in the next years? It's hard to predict the future, but I think the standard work will be less valued, But I think high-end work will be still valued more. Probably even more, yeah, because of AI, right? Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. I think the standard stuff will be valued less because of AI can probably create it. But I think the outstanding work will be valued more. Thank you. Community over competition. A massive thank you to all 170 of those contributed your data. By the way, I would like to contribute my data the next time as well. Tim, I don't know if you're still here, but really, really interesting. So this was a really interesting stream. And nice. Thanks for being here from the beginning to the end, my friend. I would like to contribute to this survey the next time. Yeah, and I would also like to come to a motion design event the next time. And I think we actually made it perfectly in time. So usually the stream ends at 10 o'clock. Yeah, you're very welcome. I really had fun. Unfortunately, we had some weird spammer and flamer for the first time, which sucked a little bit. But thank you, Christian Faulkner, for taking cover of that and banning him constantly. I think I need some more mods on YouTube. I think I have a few mods on Twitch already, and it's not happening on Twitch that much, but I had no mods on YouTube. But thank you very much for taking cover of that. I appreciate that a lot. And guys, yeah, have a nice evening. We see each other hopefully tomorrow again. And tomorrow I would like to discuss a few questions. We could ask Cornelius Demrich, because on Sunday I will be interviewing Cornelius Demrich. I hope you guys know him. I'm sure you guys know him, right? Cornelius Demrich. Yo, yes, yes. So this guy, we will be interviewing this guy on Sunday. And so, yeah. Would be really, really nice if you guys are on Sunday here around 6 p.m. So, yeah. Have a nice evening, everyone. Thanks for being part of the stream. Bye-bye.